360 sprint cars. When he plays out, next time at the chop line, they will go green.
Wayne's Yonge 2 wins this year, one coming to Hannagan Speedway, one at Hannagan Speedway, both on very slick racetracks. We got time.
One lap dash in this round. It'll be 3 rounds and then the finale of just 2 laps. They creep down into corner 3 and will come down to the front stretch for the green flag for 1 lap shoot to Bristol and Lance Yonge. Ontario versus New York in this one. At the line. Bristol will go through second corner 2. New York. Lance Yonge will move on. Next up, Luke Kennedy of Winnipeg, Manitoba, in the Ohsweken Flyer. Let's start.
Luke Kennedy had years of racing experience, 30 years, over 60 wins, 6 of them coming this season. A variety of races, and he was one of those guys in contention at the East Bay Winter Nationals, which of course was won by the driver on his outside, like Styres.
Styres has had a phenomenal 2012 season. As you mentioned, it kicked off that win, the king of the 360s for Glenn. He's been on a rail here. Missed 1 week of competition and still just came up short in the points championship race. So it's a battle now of Manitoba and Ontario here in this 3rd group.
Pair of drivers with 6 feature wins this season.
Very good start in the last pairing. Let's see for Kennedy and Styres.
Remember, Glenn Styres, a 4th place starter in tonight's main. Kennedy will start 8th.
Woo. Man, Glenn, he made his bet when he went up high and got that run down the corner. He knew he was going to wash up the banking in corner 4, and that's a close call for Kennedy. He'll be eliminated. Next up, Heath Dempster.
Heath Dempster, 19 career victories, none this season though, as he finished, I believe, 9th in Cold-Pack points. Randy Hannagan, what a year for the 22H. So many NRA and SOD challenge race wins. Again, starts in 30th, and I expect him to try to move that 5 down and roll right to the middle of 1 and 2 on this start.
We'll bring it down to the line very gingerly here. Dempster on the inside, Hannagan on the outside. California versus Ontario. Goes high, and that line that helped him in the little feature is going to power him to the win here. For our first 2 pairs in the second round are set. Hebing will face Styres, and Lance Yonge will face Randy Hannagan. Now, group number 5 coming out, Robbie Stillwaggon and Scott Kruger.
Robbie Stillwaggon, point leader from Burlington, New Jersey. Ran here last year, got in on a 9th divisional. Scott Kruger, the Patriot Sprint Tour champion for the America standings this year. And he has 2 wins on his own right, both coming in Pennsylvania.
Battle against New Jersey and New York in this one. Stillwaggon on the inside, Kruger to the outside. Kruger with a swing. Stillwaggon leaves the door open. Here comes Kruger to the outside with Stillwaggon. Bryan Howland next here.
Bryan Howland, an off-season in his firm. He had the Patriots Sprint Tour points lead going in the final night at the Ohsweken Speedway 2 weeks ago. All he had to do was finish in the top 13 and had a very random part failure on his 51. And his drive for a 5th championship cut short, but did finish second in points. Ryan Rule with one SOD win this year.
Rule and Howland. Michigan versus New York. Rule on the inside, Howland on the outside. As they come down the chalk line so far, we've had all clean starts.
Both drivers going to be starting mid-pack. And Howland will hammer down along the corner there.
2 more spots left to fill into the second round. Next up, Ladouceur out of Cornwall, Ontario against Ryan Robbie.
Second year in a row, Ladouceur did not win a feature, but won the SOS championship. Very consistent in that 51L. Ryan Robbie, a feature winner at Tri-City in Michigan earlier this season. He puts up about 1 win every year and really does well.
Bryan, the 00 on the outside, Ladouceur on the inside, the 51. Ontario versus Michigan in this one. The winner will face Robbie Stillwaggon in the next round. As they creep down through corner 4 and come to the chalk line.
Robbie 7 for 7 making the A-mains here at the Canadian Nationals.
Advancing to the second round.
Thankfully, they're not going this.
No. Really painted cars. Here's the Northern Summer Nationals champion, Justin Barger. He'll face off Still Iowa's Joe Beaver. The winner will face Bryan Howland.
Barger won the Patriots Sprint Tour Canada Championship. Actually, he hasn't won it yet. He's got to go to Brockville in a month, but it looks pretty good. Also third in ESS points, so very difficult to do both of that, but he has done that. 4th in points this year for Joe Beaver in the Knoxville 360 standings. Barger known for his great restarts.
New York versus Iowa. Barger on the inside, and Beaver on the outside. Coming to the chalk line, they really...
And that's the one that but Beaver's got him on the outside.
So, the beginning of round 2, we'll see Chuck Hebing, who got the bye in the first round. This is his first chance in this with Glenn Styres. Hebing started the night off with motor problems, but has been steady ever since. We'll go head-to-head here against Glenn Styres. New York versus Ontario, with Hebing on the inside, Styres to the outside.
The Cobra with 6 feature wins this season, 2 in Patriot competition, 4 with ESS. And as mentioned earlier, Glenn Styres with 6 wins of his own this season.
Rolling through corner number 4, the Cobra, the Ohsweken Flyer, ready to come at it at the chalk line. We'll probably see that. Don't get that wrong. Now touches wheels with the Cobra, and Styres is going to advance. One more making a lot of friends here in the Mr. Sprint Car Challenge.
Whoever we face in the next round, I'm still waiting on Ladouceur. Probably think no. The move's gonna die.
Chuck Hebing comes up and tells him he's not too pleased with the way that one went down. And I gotta wonder if there's any damage on the Hebing 45. That was a pretty hefty lift.
You know, that was a type of contact we saw with Bryan Howland 2 weeks ago in Erie that had break a spindle.
New York versus California here in the next round as it's Lance Young on the inside at Penyan, New York. San Jose, California's Randy Hannagan.
Well, last time Hannagan had a tough time winning after Keith Dempster moved him up going to turn one. We'll see if Lance Young, who loves to ride right on the inside rail, pulls a similar maneuver. NRA point leader, BSS point leader.
Coming to the chalk line. So good in the middle groove.
Dives in there hard. Lance Young just not able to make it stick.
Conference finals here. Next up, Robbie Stillwaggon out of New Jersey and Ladouceur of Cornwall, Ontario. The winner goes on to baseline spot. Ontario versus New Jersey, Stillwaggon on the inside, Ladouceur on the outside. The chance to face Glenn Styres in the final, and then we've got Bryan Howland and Justin Barger going head-to-head to face Randy Hannagan.
Stillwaggon a winner 2 weeks ago at the Delaware International Speedway.
Going down to the chalk line. Start there. Last bit of the advantage.
Stretch it out. Stillwaggon will try, and his start's going to be done.
This is heavyweight tilt. Bryan Howland versus Justin Barger, their New York drivers. Howland will go on the inside, Barger to the outside.
Howland with 1 win this year, that coming at the Cornwall Motor Speedway. Barger with 6 wins. 3 with BSS, 3 with the Patriots. And as we mentioned earlier in the night, about 28 starts between Patriot and BSS. Barger has finished in the top 5, all but 5 those races.
So they creep through corner 3. We'll come to the chalk line. Glenn Styres, Ladouceur will be up next in the 3rd round. Randy Hannagan waiting for the winner of this one. Howland on the inside, Barger on the outside. They are tight coming off the corner 4, ready to go to the chalk line. And Barger.
And it's still coming out of corner 2. Tries to block it down, and Howland not going to force him into Justin Barger.
I believe they may call the jump here on Barger, guys. We wait to find out.
Oh yeah, they did.
So Barger's out.
Jump. So 51 stays. We could see an all-51 final here. Ladouceur on the inside out of Cornwall, Ontario. Against Ohsweken, Ontario's Glenn Styres on the outside. If Lee watched the first 2 with Glenn Styres, he knows what's going to happen down in 3 and 4. Can he block? Can he do anything to stop Glenn from getting that advantage? Barger goes to the area. Bryan Howland moves on to face Randy Hannagan in the next round. The winner of this goes to the finals with Styres on the outside, Ladouceur down to the inside.
Since we're doing brackets, I'll call this the Final 4.
This time, Glenn's going to go all the way to the top. Will it work? It's going to be a run down the line. Who's going to be
Ladouceur into the finals, and he'll take on either Randy Hannagan or Bryan Howland. You know, Ladouceur jumped into the sprint car game, what was it, 6 years ago. And he's in one of Bryan's backup cars, he took one off the end his 151, maybe the 51. And every year his teams got closer and closer to Bryan Howland.
Thursday when they were all arriving.
We could see an all-51 finale here, but Randy Hannagan will have something to say about that. he's been the driver that impresses me in the middle groove. The other guys either going top or bottom, but Randy Hannagan so strong. He's starting 30th, but I'm not counting him out at all.
No, this could really be something. You know, he wins the little, rolls through these 4 rounds, and then gets himself into the future.
So Howland on the inside, Hannagan on the outside. Battle of New York versus California. With an Ontario driver waiting in the infield for the finals. They're at the chalk line. Against Ladouceur. I don't think I would have predicted this finale, but good for Ladouceur.
Absolutely.
Phenomenal family to talk to in the pit area, just a great bunch of racers. A racing family, of course. I grew up watching Laurent Ladouceur when I was a younger child, and
They're busy running a home
right now.
But Lee Ladouceur, what was it, 3 weeks ago, had a weekend where he went to his girls' dance recital up in Ottawa, came back down, ran at Brockville, went back up to the dance recital, and then went over to Ohsweken Speedway to go run wigless. So that's a heck of a weekend.
That is. Yeah. He could cap off a good weekend here if he could win the Dave McLeod Memorial Mr. Sprint Car Challenge here. Randy Hannagan on the inside this time.
Yeah.
For the first time, and Lee Ladouceur on the outside. They creep through corner number 4. California versus Ontario. Who's it going to be? Hannagan's been oh so good. This is 2 laps, I do believe.
Hopefully the drivers on the speedway remember that.
White flag for Randy Hannagan. Might make another visit to victory lane. He'll do it by so California comes in on top. And San Jose, California's Randy Hannagan goes on to win the Dave McLeod Memorial Mr. Sprint Car Challenge after winning the little feature, coming 28th to first in that, and now starts 30th in the A main. He might be the best favorite to ever start last in the A main here in tonight's Canadian Sprint Car National A main event. So we will send it trackside. Clinton Jeffrey is down there to talk to tonight's winner of the Dave McLeod Memorial Mr. Sprint Car Challenge, Randy Hannagan.
Well, how about it, Ohsweken? He comes around, he's the little feature winner. He's also our Dave McLeod, Mr. Sprint Car Challenge champ again. How about it, Randy? What a drive tonight. This car just gotta feel like it's on rails. It looks amazing out there.
It's all right.
Just all right? A bit of a cat and mouse for the other guys?
Well, we haven't showed. I mean, it's good. The race car is really good. You know, this helped us a little bit because now we can go in and just kind of put our heads together and come up maybe and be a little bit better. You know, I mean, we're going to start way back there, and we're just going to see what we can do. You know, I mean, we're blessed to be up here, standing here right now in front of all these great fans here in Ohsweken, and you know, we're just trying to do the best job we can. You know, unfortunately, we got a little setback with that motor, but this thing runs all right.
You may be the biggest favorite to ever start dead last in this big race that we've got here tonight. Wayne Johnson went 24th to second in the past. Can you go 30th to the first spot tonight?
Well, you know, I mean, it's going to be tough. You know, I mean, there's a lot of great cars here, and we're just going to try to do the best job we can. You know, and it's rolling really good right now, and so I'm pumped up. The team's pumped up, and so that's what we got going for us, and we're just going to give it a hell of a shot.
How about it, folks? Make some noise if you're rooting for Randy Hannagan to come 30th out of the feature tonight and try and put a show on for you fine folks. It's going to be wild as the Mod Lights line up here in turn 4 ready for their AE main event. And then we've only got one more event to go, fans, as we bring you The eighth annual Canadian Sprint Car Nationals presented by Aero Express.
Now, TJ may have already taken care of this in his blogs about it, tjslidebase.com. But look to the person next to you and see if you can guess right. You got to say it, or else you can't brag about it. How many U.S. states are represented tonight? I guess how many countries